Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I am here with Theodore Barnes. He's one of the stars of the BET Plus original series, The Miss Pat Show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you. So tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from San Pedro, California, born and raised.
So San Pedro, was that near, because I don't know much outside of LA or San Francisco.
Well, I look at it like this. You know where Long Beach is?
Yes, I do.
So there's a bridge that connects Long Beach to San Pedro. You go over that bridge and it's just all of us. San Pedro, Palos Verdes. You can go over to Hermosa through that. So that's pretty much how I describe that.
All right, cool. So, and then you've been acting since you were very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a younger brother who acts?
Yes, I do.
So this just runs in the family?
I would say so. You know, we've got some characters in our family. You know, me and him are just the ones that are, putting it out there, for the world to see. So yeah, you could say that.
So sure. was he influenced by you, or?
Actually, it was other way around in a way.
Oh, that's interesting.
He started before me doing commercials, and it definitely sparked interest in me. So yeah, it definitely is the other way around for sure. He inspired me a little bit.
Oh, that's interesting. So because you've been doing a lot of work, and speaking to that, a lot of people have grown up with you. So for you to introduce yourself to older audience at this point, what's it like with the audiences that have grown up with you, that are getting reintroduced to you as an older actor, and those of us getting to know you now as you come into your own as an adult?
Okay, yeah. So, the people that do know me, they're going to be able to take that step into the adult world with me, to say they already know. And for the new people that are coming aboard, I'm here to build a career out of it. Definitely going to have fun. The work ethic is there, so you will be seeing me, not just now, but tomorrow and God willing, years to come. So yeah, it's a long ride.
For sure. So let's get into the Miss Pat show. So I talked to Miss Pat already, right?
I did.
So I talked to Miss Pat last week, and the one thing that she said that just had me crying laughing is that, I asked her, I said, what was it like with the cast, And she said, the one person, Theodore that plays my son, Junebug, he said I was the most interesting person he'd ever met. So what made you say that about Miss Pat? Because she's quite an animated, interesting person, right?
Yeah, she is. And it's funny because I would tell her that all the time. And it's strictly because she is 100% a character. Like, she is her own person in every asset, every area. She's just overflowed with uniqueness, and she makes me laugh. We have small conversations, we have big conversations. And when I met her from the jump, when I first audition I went in, first thing she does, she looks at me and she goes, "You look like my Junebug." I say, "Well, I'll be your Junebug, so let's get it cracking." And from that day forward, 2 years ago, we've been rock solid for sure. So she's great.
I mean, I've watched the show, and it is truly hilarious. And I'm not just saying that. Like, you guys look like, it's hilarious anyway, but you guys look like you're having a lot of fun. So how is it working on a set like this where you've got so many funny people? And is it hard? Do you break character sometimes because it's just so silly?
Well, like you said, when it is indeed 100% fun and it's real authentic, that shows through the screen. So for you to say that is big. And as far as breaking character, that was the best and the worst thing about it, is because we would have takes that would be, on the fly improv, and it'd be up to us to stay in character so we could keep that thing. But there are a few scenes that, we didn't keep because it just simply was so funny that nobody stayed in character.
Oh, that's hilarious. So I did want to ask you about one particular episode, and it was interesting to me because the episode that was a little more serious in that moment with your character, Junebug, where we're talking about the N-word and I guess appropriate use, who should say it, who shouldn't say it. And I can say from my experience living in New York, we don't, like, people get really mad at us because we don't contain the N-word, let's say, to just Black people.
Right.
we also use it amongst brown people as well.
Mhm.
And people outside of New York don't really understand that contextually because we don't see ourselves as separate communities as such. So I'm asking you, just honestly, from your vantage point at your age and in your generation, because I've seen it and said, huh, that sounds weird. So I was really having the same reaction as everyone was having on the show. Is it weird to you to see everyone using the N-word? Like, am I outdated?
Well, you know, that's a good question because that can go in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I'm around the people that I'm around, it's different from when I'm around somebody that I don't necessarily kick it with, or
Mm-hmm.
they may not be as cultured, as
Mm-hmm.
I am, or as the people that I hang around with. So for me, it's more so of when, not how you say it or when you say it. Well, actually, how you say it and
Mm-hmm.
how it comes out, because we can hear intentions easily through voice patterns and stuff. For me, it's not so much as weird because there's so many things that are going on in the world right now that I don't know what is and what isn't.
Right.
It's really I don't know. It's a real borderline
Mm-hmm.
decision. It's
No, I actually get what you're saying. And I think that's actually pretty insightful because what you're saying is that it's really about, making sure that you keep the right company. And
mhm,
it's your responsibility to be around people that you feel comfortable around. And to
exactly.
your point, I'm just not, when we're around certain people, that's not to say that we're less of ourselves, but, we walk into certain rooms and certain spaces and maybe we just use different language. So there's a different level of comfortability and language that has to be used. So I that totally resonates with me. So I get
Mhm,
it completely. So I was going to ask you because, like, again, you've been famous since you were younger.
mhm.
So for one, is fame fun?
Fame is what you make of it.
Okay.
I enjoy, people recognizing me, asking for pictures. I enjoy all of it. Sometimes, you do want to be a regular person and you might not be having the best day, so you do want to chill. But then I feel like, me as an actor and somebody I see myself as a regular person. I always say if construction work was as publicized as the entertainment business, everybody would want to do that. And so, but when the time comes and there is that kid that comes up to you and is like, hey, can I get a picture and this and that, and he's just so excited to see you, you have to put that smile on, because as you don't know, that might make their day, their month, their
Mm-hmm.
year. They might have been just thinking about you yesterday and boom, here you are. So I like to put myself in other people's shoes, so it is fun. It
Mm-hmm.
is what you make it. But you definitely gotta take control of it for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
I mean, you hear people say, like, hey, I'm 25 years old now, but when I was 12, I ran into Theo and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, I don't even remember that. So it could be that one snapshot moment. So, yeah, to your point, totally. You have to always kind of be, your best self at all times. Even
Exactly.
if it's a gentle decline,
Oh
you
yeah.
still, yeah, you don't want to disrespect people. And how do you maintain that kind of groundedness? Because I've never seen your name in no craziness. You see that type of stuff, especially with younger
Oh
stars.
yeah.
And so how do you maintain that and still, get the products that you do and not get yourself in some sort of crazy news cycle while still having, I mean, these people sometimes are your peers.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Well, circling back to what you said, as far as keeping the right company,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that's in my camp has been there since before the fame, or whatever you want to call it. And they humble me. I mean, I keep myself humble, but they
Mm-hmm.
definitely humble me. Family, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, I'm a regular person. Friends tell me all the time, like, don't let this fame get to your head. We'll still beat you up. Like, it's, we it's nothing that it's nothing. It's been normal since,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so young, 11 years old. So it is kind of normal for all of my peers that are in my, in my camp, and they know who they are. So,
Mm-hmm.
the people I rock with, I'm gonna continue to rock with, and
Mm-hmm.
simple.
So circling back to the Miss Pat show, what's one of your favorite episodes or moments?
Ooh, all around, I'll say our guest star moments are pretty cool. The last episode is in the first season is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looking forward to seeing that one put together. I mean, all around the lessons that we're putting out there and we're dealing with as a family and as a Black family
Mm-hmm.
are definitely going to be relatable, because there are conversations that I know are had in households with families together that don't leave that door. And we're having those conversations and we're putting it out there for the world to see.
That's exactly what I was sharing with Miss Pat too. I said, listen, when we close that door and talk to our families, we're not using this sanitized,
Oh yeah.
sitcom format where the music comes on and then we're just like, hey guys, now that wasn't so nice. We're saying like, yo, what the heck were you doing out there? What's going on? It's a whole different thing. So this show to me is way more reflective of an environment that I'm used to than anything else, So I really appreciate you guys for that. And you really do a fantastic job as Junebug. And, and you guys have just these incredible moments. So, I mean, what's next for you? Like, if you could talk about a dream role, what would that dream role be?
I mean, I want to do it all.
Yeah.
I really do. I want to dibble in some drama, a feature film before 2021 is up is would be nice. Maybe, something with an actor or actress that I constantly watch, whether it's, Martin, Will Smith, Mike Epps. There's a lot of people that I got on my list that I'm waiting to cross paths with.
Okay, so let's make sure they know for sure. Martin, Will Smith, sure. Mike Epps.
Anybody
putting that out there.
Oh yeah, the sitcoms in the 90s, stand-up comedy. That's my sweet spot. I'm in love with that.
No, that's that's the type of stuff that I grew up on. So I still it still tracks very well for me, even now, So do you have any projects in the future that you can speak about?
Oh yeah, I'll be going back on the Goldbergs pretty soon.
Okay.
So you can get me on that. Still auditioning. Got a few irons in the pot that I can't say too much about right now. When I really know something, of course the people will know something. So that's as far as I could go on that question.
Totally understood. Well, I thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's been a great conversation, and the show is really, really funny. People really need to watch Miss Pat. It is just so funny. It's brilliantly done. And I told her too. I said the costuming, the hair, everything about it. Like you guys, everybody just looks so good, right? Yeah. So I thank you so much. And again, I'm speaking with Theodore Barnes, a star of the Miss Pat Show. It's streaming exclusively on BET Plus, and it is debuting on August 12th.
Yes.
Make sure y'all watch that.
Yes, tune in.
Tune in. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.